Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that.
Good morning. Good morning. How we doing?
Amazing.
Lovely. I am still catching up. I was out of town last week and then spent the weekend with family, and I'm still catching up. You never sleep well when you're not in your own space, right? So
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm working on getting us like settled into the new job.
mhm.
So that's been a whole thing too.
Well, and that's exhausting too, right? Having to actually go somewhere for a job, which is something you haven't had to do daily for a hot minute. And yeah, this is a little bit of a different avenue for you too.
Yep. And the hour bus ride has been amazing. I get to just do whatever I want. So that's been
Yeah.
nice.
I mean, even if it's just basically playing on your phone, or you know what I mean, just chilling and getting ready for the day. And so, all right. um, One of the things we talked about before we got on the call, which we probably need to stop talking, like, because then we would talk about it here and it wouldn't be like second or whatever, but it doesn't matter. So it really has nothing to do with our topic per se, but I want to talk about it a little bit. So over the weekend, I was working in Canva, and I have a blog, and what I wanted to do was make like a special announcement about my blog. I don't know what I got to thinking, like, like old timey newspapers, extra, extra, read all about it, that type of thing. And I created a newspaper thing for one of my blogs. And it was like, it was the main headline and da 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 da. And I thought it turned out pretty cute. By the way, it's on my Facebook. I created 2 of them now. And it's the only thing I post on Facebook. It's a story. Do stories disappear? Maybe
Yes.
see it. Oh, then never mind. I should probably post them as a reel, because then you can go look at it again. All right. Anyways, I messed up on that. So maybe if anybody really cares to see it, I'll send it to you. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, as I was working on this, because I got this idea, it was Saturday morning, and we weren't really going to do anything till noon. So like the TV was on, whatever. So I have my computer and I'm working on this. And somebody was like, why do you have to work all the time? And even though I said I'm working on this just 2 seconds ago, I didn't feel like it was work.
Yeah. It's that tinkering. Most business owners or entrepreneurs have that tinkering side of them.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have an idea, you want to go do that idea. And we have time blindness around it as well.
Sure.
That was kind of part of the conversation too. I have a friend who has a 3D printer, and they've never like created their own. And I want to build a custom spice rack. So
sure.
I sat down to a program that I'd never used before and just started. I'm like, oh no, I just need 5 seconds. And they're like, well, we have plans. And I'm like, yeah, I know, just 5 more seconds. And apparently my 5 seconds was 5 hours.
Yes, yes, yes. And I don't know exactly what Terry said. That's good. Maybe it's the tinkering part or something. I don't know. But I don't know if it's good or bad that we kind of delve into things, or if it's good or bad that people don't truly understand what we're doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In how that tinkering, or that I need to create this mindset actually is. You know what I mean? So
when work doesn't feel like
oh,
work,
sure. Yes. Exactly, Terry. That part I will agree with. If your whole job is something that you truly like aren't excited about, like nobody's excited to freaking file. Okay, like nobody likes to file. Whether it's paper files or finding everybody's stupid things in Google, right? Like everything that is in a job is not something you love. But if you don't love something about it, wow, you need to find a different path in life, right? Because if I've said it a million times, the job you hate is someone else's dream job. So you staying there is just being selfish. Yeah. So But none of this is our topic for today. So
No.
Brittany came up with this topic, and I think, and I did not ask her because I wanted her to say it on live on the call. How did you come up with today's topic, and what is it?
So today's topic is kind of like that etiquette topic, the topic of emails and the topic of phone calls and different things like that. And obviously, I just started a new job. So when you get into the workforce, and I switched from, hey, I'm at home working alone to, hey, I'm working in a team. And so you start to like remember things back from old office days of
Sure.
what is going on, right? And the one thing that hit me the most was we had an email from from IT. Hey,
Yeah.
this is what we're doing. And there were so many people who were thanking IT for fixing this that replied all.
Oh, reply all. The bane of my existence, really.
I think reply all is the biggest etiquette, right? Like,
But I blame your IT on this just a little bit because one of the things that I have to send an email to like 50 people twice a week and within an organization. And the one thing I've realized is you just put those 50 people in BCC. They all get it. Everything is fine, but they can't reply to all. And so I blame your IT department. They should have known that. I think your IT department likes to torture y'all.
yeah. And I mean, I think it's great to show praise, right? It's great to say thank you. It's great to acknowledge that you received an email. Not everybody needs that.
No, not at all.
Terry says blind copy is her friend too.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the thing, right? Like when you're doing emails, you're sending it out, like you said, who needs blind copied, who needs to be replied to, who needs the information in this. And I think that's a big conversation, as well as just, inside of how you send it. This is, like you said, that consideration of where you're sending it to. But then when you're replying to it, is it a reply all or is it just a quick reply? Hey, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that. And I think for me, one of my etiquette things that bother me, and Brittany's going to laugh because it really has nothing to do with text messages. So she's going to laugh because it'll be her text messages that fall into this category. But to me, email is a bit of a level up, right? Especially business email. And so when you don't know what a period, comma, or capital letter is in a business email, my hackles go up. Like I just get like, you know what I mean? And I feel like I turn into a cartoon. It's like business etiquette, I do feel is different than personal communication etiquette, right? It just really is different. And you have to up the game. You have to just use basic grammar skills and basic, I'm going to read it once before I send it skills. What are your thoughts on that?
No, I love it. And when I'm being professional with people, that is something that I really do strive for. And why Sarah was making fun of my text is because if I'm just talking to you, I'll just send it while I'm doing something and I never double check it. So there's a lot of times that everybody in my life asks me to resend a message because, and there's times where I look at it and I'm like, I have no clue what I was telling you. I don't know what I sent.
What I love is just looking right now back at text messages. I'm not sure you know what a capital letter is.
No, not on my phone. Definitely
It's very funny. It's not a bad thing. Again, this is personal communication.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter, right? Anyways, but
yeah, I have been like, I've had to slow down, right? At my new job, slow down, make sure there's no red squigglies. And it's really nice because when you work, depending on your systems, you're doing everything from a computer. And
But Brittany, are you saying you actually pay attention to the grammar program that's attached to your computer?
Yeah.
The free one that you don't even have to pay for Grammarly if you don't want to? You're saying you
Exactly.
actually pay attention to that before you say, Brittany, oh my gosh, you are crazy. Yes, that's my point, right? With all of the tools we have now, how are you still sending out a Word document with stuff wrong, an email with stuff wrong? And I don't mean like there's sometimes words, right? Like you put in, well, I don't know why you would do this, but like there's words that say the same, but like tail and tail, it's not going to tell you it's spelled wrong. But there are mistakes that can happen, but my gosh,
Right.
for
And
the
that's-
most part,
That's the biggest part, is really just cognitively paying attention.
there you
And I
go.
think that's the big part about the etiquette conversation, right? Is, I mean, there's the time I worked at a company in Denver, and the acronym was of a, can't say it on the air, kind of. Well, one, I don't want to give away the company, but their acronym, which was not spelled like other things, did sound like other things. And I don't know how, but I was sending an email and I did not use the acronym.
Yeah.
It went down in email history. I think I'm like in the top 5 of email issues that have occurred. Which, saying all, yeah, it was a thing. But that comes from, and luckily in that environment, that was, everybody was able to laugh and move forward. But I'm sure that would have been a whole different conversation in an entirely different environment. So it's really important to pay attention to where's your environment, what are you looking at, and sometimes, you might feel like, hey, this is my coworker, but they're also my friend. I'm going to just chat with them. Don't chat with your coworkers in your work email. That's don't do it.
Right. No, that's true. So just, it has nothing to do with our topic, but I had to remember, and I looked it up just to verify that it's still there. But so there is a town called Fulton, Fulton, and a school there is called Unity Christian. No big deal, right? So Fulton Unity Christian. Got that, right? So their mascot is the Knights. So Knight starts with a K, right? Because, Knights in the round table. Fulton Unity Christian Knights. I'm going to leave it at that for anybody who wants to put that into their head for the acronym of that school. It is wonderful and perfect
Christian
for a
school.
For a Christian school. It is wonderful. And yes, so cognitively paying attention, you said that a little bit ago, and I think that's the key, right? It's not being perfect, it's paying attention to the best of your ability at that time. Sometimes we're in a rush, things happen, right? But if you pay attention, I think that your communication skills, you, the collective you out there watching, whoever the two of you are, Terry and someone else, and Dom later, if you just pay attention a little bit, then some of these mistakes that drive other people crazy will not happen. And, I think also, I've had some experiences lately of in-person communication etiquette.
Ooh.
Right? You had said like arguing with your coworkers by email, but more along the line of whether you're in person with friends, family, or coworkers, knowing when to bite your tongue, right? And knowing when to speak up. Those are skills that I think people don't have, and they bite their tongue in the wrong spots and they speak up in the wrong spots. And I know that in one of your more recent jobs, there were times that you had to bite your tongue because there were customers around.
Yeah.
Right? It's a little bit different when you can hang up with somebody and then like complain to your coworker or something. You know what I'm saying? what are your thoughts on in-person etiquette or ethical communication?
Well, I think you bring up a really good point there, right? So because of where I've previously worked, it was a public facing,
Right.
always have customers, always have a rotation. And we had people who, if there was a bad customer interaction, they were like yelling at that customer as they were leaving, or they were still angry and engaging with that customer. And then once they left, they brought that customer's energy to the next customer, right? And you always want to understand that once a transaction has happened, it's done, right? It's okay, like you said, I hung up the phone, they walked away, and then vent, right? There's a difference between venting, but carrying that same energy is huge. Yeah. And I think we do that a lot inside of just day-to-day work, is if something creates anxiety in us, we have that anxious energy, and then we carry it throughout the day because we started with an anxious task, right? And really just trying to figure out, how do I breathe? How do I pause? How do I get rid of this energy so that my day will be good? And people make fun of me because I tell people good morning, and I don't care what time it is. When I was working nights, I would say good morning. When I'm working in the evening, when I work in the morning, for me, that moment when your eyes are shut and nobody has messed with you, you're just waking up, right? Like, if you could live in that moment all day,
wouldn't it be wonderful?
Exactly. And so for me, that's what I say. I say good morning. Like, I bring myself back to a space where I can breathe, where I know that I am centered. And somebody had said something to me the other day about that, and I was like, I want to stay in that space. If I don't, then my day will not go well. If you want me to stay in my last interaction, I'm not going to be a content person, right? Or maybe I'll be overly joyous. I had, those awkward moments with people where you flirted but didn't mean to flirt.
Well, or that wasn't your intent, and then as soon as it came out, you're like, that was taken wrong. Yes.
So you want to just kind of be conscious and figure out those things and navigate that. It's a lot to navigate when you're interacting with people. And what we forget is when we post online, we're interacting with people. And that interaction is getting a multitude of reactions. That's why some of the creators, right, sometimes they'll post something that people are 100% for, and then there's people 100% against it. And so coming into that even keel of, this is where I stand with this, right? This is why I said this. This is why I did that. But being able to move forward, not carrying it with you, not allowing it to interact with you.
So you just said like flirting and not knowing about it, but not that really, but something happened this weekend. I was part of a conversation. So Saturday evening, I did a test run of a meetup that I want to run, and it's about leadership and leadership topics. And so my fear, and I'm just going to say the reason I tested it with people I know, was because my fear was that some of the leadership topics could get political. Okay, could delve into that realm, and I didn't want that, right? So I wanted to. Now the conversations went really well, and the people I know were like, "Hey, it could get political, so let's steer it this way," So I learned a few things on how to steer the conversation, but that's not what happened really that I want to talk about. So there was this person that was telling a story about how there was this guy that she works with that compliments things like her pants and how she looks and some things, right? And it's obviously making her uncomfortable. So we kind of talked about that, right? And it led me to a lot of thoughts of things that my partner and I have talked about too, on things that are okay for women to say to other women that a man could never say. Okay.
Right.
if as a female, I cannot tell you how many times I have walked up to a stranger and been like, I love your jacket, I love your shoes, you get my point, that dress, where did you get it, right? And the excitement of it has pockets and I got it at Target, you get my point. Like, it is the joy in a woman that when somebody walks up to you and says your choice today was something I noticed in a good way is amazing, right? But along with that, men have to be very, very careful, right? You can't just compliment a woman's pants, because why were you looking at the pants, right? Now, if she's wearing, purple and white polka dot pants, you can be like, wow, those are some interesting pants, right? Because she wore those with a purpose when you wear white with purple polka dot pants. But if she's just in normal jeans and you say, wow, I like your jeans today, no, don't do it, right? And I think that having that type of etiquette, I think we aren't teaching, especially younger men coming into the workforce, on what they can say and they can't say in regards to that. Because I think the older you get in the workforce, for lack of better terms, right, the more seasoned you are, you've gotten chastised for saying something, whether you're male or female, right? Like, for me, I tend to forget you can't swear in the workplace. So like sometimes I've had to have that conversation.
It's because you're in your own home all the time and nobody can hear
Well,
you.
this was back when I did work with humans more, but and so anyways, I just rambled. What are your thoughts about all of that?
No, I think it's important. And I think, like you said, there is that certain etiquette of how do you compliment somebody, right? Because you don't, if they do look good, it's nice to say that. And as a man to say, well, you can't compliment women, like that's, that's awful. Right. It's just you look great. Hey, you look good today. Right. And sometimes that does come across wrong too when it's a man and a woman. It's always that opposite sex, and that's created because of society, right? Mm-hmm. We've made it to where there are people who have set that bar very low, right? There's people who have taken that bar and dragged it to the ground and destroyed it. Men and women, both sides have made it
part of it
a very difficult thing, including the overreaction when somebody compliments you, right?
Sure.
Because like I said, I might have said something not thinking I was flirting with you, but you took it like I was flirting with you and I was just being nice. And so you really have to kind of figure those things out. I kind of had the reverse of that the other day.
Okay.
We have Casual Friday. Well, I didn't know we have Casual Friday.
You're brand new. You hadn't gotten that far yet.
Yeah, I didn't get my polo shirt, which, just so you know, I'm not going to wear a polo shirt. I've worn a polo shirt for the past 6 months at a different job. I'm not coming into my office in a polo shirt.
You don't have to. I get it.
But the comment was like, oh, you don't have to dress nice on Fridays. And I was like,
what were you wearing that was nice, just out of curiosity?
You guys know my wardrobe.
That's what I was wondering. I love you to death, but I think your nice and my nice are similar. It just happens to be a little bit of a better shirt and a little bit of a better pant. Okay.
Yeah. I literally had to purchase 2 pairs of pants for this job, and I could only find one type that I like, so I'm technically wearing the same pants every day.
I'm good with that.
Because I only have yoga pants, and so I had to go shopping. I had to go shopping for shoes and pants. It was an awful, awful ordeal. Thank you, Michael, for taking me. That poor guy. He had to see a really bad side of me.
And I didn't realize. So I packed. I'm like, oh, that's a good outfit. That's a good outfit. That's a good outfit. And I packed like 3 nice outfits, right? And so we're going, and I'm like unpacking, and I'm like, these are the same pants in 3 different colors. It was literally the same pant, name brand, everything. Just I was like, oh, those are nice pants. Yeah, those are nice. Like 3 separate thoughts in my head packing. Anyway, so I could never be a what are the like a fashionista in New York City would not be Sarah. This would not be Sarah.
Me neither. Like I was like, I don't have high collar things. Like I don't have anything up high.
I can't do neck things. Like this is about as high as I can do, like where I can still like have breathing room.
Yeah, exactly. And like normally I don't care, but right now I need to wear them. And I was like, this shirt, but this shirt's super cute. This is like my most nicest shirt. Look. And it was a gift. It's got
that was
elephants
very
on
comfy
it.
too.
Yeah,
what does it have on it?
Elephants.
Elephants. Sure.
Elephants. Super cute shirt. I super like it. But that's the thing, like it was the opposite kind of it was an opposite conversation, right? Like instead of, oh, you look nice, it was you don't have to try so hard.
And you're like,
and I know that's not how it was meant or intended.
Good or bad, right? Like, I don't know. But no, I see your point. So one of the things it was very funny. For a while in my life, I worked for the Red Cross, right? And it's part of the Red Cross culture, and this is a good thing. This is not the bad part. Is wearing Red Cross logo stuff, right? They're really good at branding their volunteers and staff. They want you to wear the Red Cross logo hat, shirt. They have socks. Okay. I'm sure if I looked hard enough, they probably have underwear somewhere. And so everything had a logo. But then when I stopped working for the Red Cross, I realized that like 75% of my wardrobe had Red Cross logos on it. And we put it into totes, and we ended up donating it to somebody that could get all, because they're good shirts, like get them out to people that actually want them, like within the organization that maybe want more shirts because they still work there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the same thing with your button down shirt. It's like, as much as I still love the Red Cross and everything they do, I now have like 3 shirts that I wear occasionally, right? Yeah. Because it's like, I'll support y'all, but I don't need to wear it every day. And I think some people like you have a little bit of a 3-button shirt phobia after a little bit. We have 4 people watching us. I just want to say, I don't know who they are, but we have 4 people watching us, and I'm very happy about that. I think Terry might still be one of them.
I think one is my mom. I know one is Michael because he just commented on, why are you talking about your 2 pairs of pants at work?
Oh, because it's funny.
Yeah.
And maybe Michael needs to go listen to some of our other topics we've talked about, because we have talked about more things about work than just that.
I also mentioned that it's Unleashed, and it's me and Sarah. Did you not? The title, Unleashed.
We just talk about whatever comes into our head at the moment. And I feel like I got a frog in my throat. I don't know why. So trying to think of anything coming up this week. No, but next Friday, a week from Friday, we are going to, every president gets their own library. So Obama's library is open here in Chicago, and we have tickets. So we are going next Friday.
I love that.
It opened in July, but
so many things about it.
Yeah, we were not part of the Cool Kid Club. We weren't quick enough, I should say. They went on sale, like, I don't know what time, right? They went on sale, and we went on at like 5 minutes after they went on sale, and the earliest we could get was August 14th. Like, everybody was sitting online ready to get a ticket.
It's beautiful, and the photos that they took inside there is extraordinary. Like, it's amazing. It's really great when you can see a couple just love their life, right? And yeah.
Yes. And so that's exciting. So that's happening. Trying to think, anything exciting happening on your end?
I got the new job.
Well, yes, but that was last week.
I know, but it's been really
that
nice.
Is wonderfully exciting, yes.
So. And I think really Charlie got an apartment. I got a job. I think there's so many different things. Well, now I'm working 2 jobs because I'm working the other one part-time. I'm gonna buy so many things with that other job's income.
Or you put it in the bank.
Or
I don't know.
I get a new pots and pans
Michael,
set.
right? That's who Michael's probably still at. Michael, make her put some in a bank. Okay. There,
Yeah.
I did my due diligence.
But no, it's been good. So I think really for me, the upcoming is just really figuring out work, making sure that I bring my laptop so that I can go live.
But
All
also
the
just
good
so
things.
that, because there's certain things, again, etiquette. There's certain things you should not do on your work computer, people who are watching. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were kinda-
I was reading the pop-up, the pop-ups on the things.
Oh, sure. Just making sure.
So no, everything is good. And you're right. Like just, getting into the flow of things, getting situated. My job is definitely one of those where the other day I was like, can I have some side quests, please? Because it is a very good job, but Brittany tends to get very bored sometimes. So just really understanding what your role is, getting to where you're at, and then, you signed up for it. So this is what you signed up for. Can you ask for something a little bit more or a little bit like a little extra of things? Yes, but make sure you're getting everything done first.
Yeah, and every company has those little things you can do on the side if you're ready for it, right? And I know you're brand new, and so if you are brand new at a job and they say no, you have to be here for 90 days before we give you side quests, understand that too. Sometimes part of learning a job is becoming great at the thing they gave you first, like you said.
Yep, exactly.
All right. I'm Sarah. I'm with Off the Beaten Path Consulting. While Brittany tells you about herself, I will put my stuff in the chat. So
I am Brittany. I am with BizStorming. I help entrepreneurs run their businesses. So super excited. And this is Unleashed, where Sarah and I say whatever we want, whenever we want, about whatever we want.
Yes, yes, yes. And apparently I can't copy. So
Oh, no.
There we go.
But we love seeing everybody here. We're super excited to have everybody around. And thank you guys so, so much. I am copying and pasting her stuff too, so it goes to my stuff, to my people's. But we're super excited, guys. Thank you for everything that you do for us, and thank you for joining us. Also, we never have topics until we do. Send us topics. Let us know what you want to hear about.
If you want to hear our opinion on something, yeah, let us know.
We always like sharing our opinion.
Whether you want to hear it or not, have a wonderful Wednesday.
Bye.
1 2 1 2, need my attitude. 3 4 3 4, check my latitude.
Ooh, I like that.